Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have something that's very rare in Bangladesh and the most prettiest Toyota Land Cruiser LC200, and let's do this review after a long time because it's in my English channel. So hope you guys would like it. Let's start the full review by explaining what INVADER is. So you guys know Mansiri. Why? Because they built Rolls-Royce cars and customized them. You guys know Brabus. Why? They build Mercedes cars and make it much more powerful. You guys know Luma. Why? Because they modify Range Rovers. So that's how we know INVADER. Why? Because INVADER does modifications and tunings for Toyota Land Cruisers, Lexus LX, and Nissan Patrols, and much more other cars that are big and it's Japanese. INVADER's full name is ASI INVADER. They are a tuning company in Japan, and they are a Japanese home model company. So they tune cars for international markets. So this is one of 4 real INVADERs in Bangladesh, and all of them are imported by one showroom, that's Deals on Wheels. They imported 4 different INVADERs. 2 was white and 2 was black. This is one of them. And today I'm going to show you all about it that you should know. So thanks to Deals on Wheels for providing this car to me. Now let me show you the car's key. So this INVADER has one special key, that is this. How? Because you can start the car with this key and turn the car off with this key as well. And if you're in a far distance, there's nothing to worry. Just look how big the antenna is, so you can be on your living room and you can start up the car in the parking lot. It's very impressive that this car has this feature. Now I'm going to get inside, turn on these LED projector setup headlights and show you how it looks. Here we get inside and start up the car. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button. You can just hear that V8. So this is with the full headlight, this is with the hazard, this is with the high beam and without the high beam. Now I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the headlights. So here I do. So the headlights of this car is attractive. You know why? You have this big projector setup that is more than powerful at night. You have your hazards light here. Then you have your high beam there with your DRLs that's always on here. This is like a normal LC200. I get it. Now if we come up from there, you have the Land Cruiser branding. And then if we go to the overall front of the car, under the skin, this car was a LC200. I'm going to leave a picture up there. But look at the customization of this car. First of all, you can see the grille area. You have INVADER branding on it, and you have bronze finish inside it. And with this black car, the bronze suits it so well. You have the overall grille here, as you can see. These are open for ventilating the amazing 4.6 liter naturally aspirated V8. Now if you get down, you have your front camera here, you have the number plate slot here of Deals on Wheels. You have openings here as well for your normal aerodynamics, but look at the aggressiveness of the front splitter. This car is, I guess this is the most aggressive car in Bangladesh. You know why? Just look at the front splitter, that how aggressive it is. And then the down part would have looked basic, but INVADER thought about it. So they added these nice lights on the both of the sides. So at night, when you turn off the headlight, your DRLs turn on and those turn on whenever you start the car. You have this front hood spoiler, so it looks much more aggressive, and just look at the lines on the hood. It makes the car look like you are a king on the road. And trust me, this is more aggressive than any Range Rover or Mercedes you can buy, because it's a proper Japanese car and it can be called a beast. Now let me show you what is powering this INVADER. So now I'm going to open the hood from the driver's side and show you guys the car's engine. So for opening the hood, there's a button here. And I have to talk about a lot when it comes to the engine, because day by day the car's engines are getting smaller and smaller. And there's a button here, then if you get it up, the hydraulic struts are going to get the hood up. You have insulation at the top because this engine makes a lot of heat. Now let's come to the car's overall engine. So day by day the car's engines are getting smaller and smaller. What's more bad than that? It's getting electric. No more sound, no more gear shifts, no more downshifts. How are you going to enjoy your V8s or your V12s? So now let me tell you about this car, the LC300. now is a V6. Very unfortunate from Toyota, but they didn't have any other choices because emissions and all of the other stuff were disturbing them a lot. But Middle Eastern people are happy because they are enjoying the V6, but they still have the V8 in production for them only. So now let me tell you why V8 engines are used so much. To name me one American big SUV that doesn't have a V8 engine. None. The Escalade has a big V8, the Supervan has a big V8, the Yukon has a big V8, the Lincoln Navigator has a big V8. Every single American car has a big V8 because of the V8-ness. When you press on the gas, it doesn't matter if your car is going or not. You're listening to that V8 engine rumbling. That's what matters to the car enthusiasts. But the new car enthusiasts, they just want the turbo sounds and that's it. No more naturally aspirated real cars are in Bangladeshi roads anymore. So when it comes to the LC200, this is much more faster than any LC200 in Bangladesh if it hasn't been tuned. Because this car has a straight pipe exhaust that increases like 2-3 horsepower, but that's when it comes to dynoing and other stuff. This is a 4.6 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, and with the engine you have a 6-speed automatic transmission, and overall it's the most perfect combination you can have. You can off-road the normal LC200 but not this, but this still has the differential locker that's single and it is all-wheel drive like it should be. If you guys come closer, you can see this is the engine. You have the Toyota logo, 8 cylinders, so 4 and it's a V shape. This is where you pour your engine oil, that's where your battery is, that's where your fuse box is. And overall, just look how big the intake is. This is the intake for feeding all the air the engine needs. And overall, you can see how good the engine looks. Like I mentioned, insulation on the top. Now let's come to power output. A stock LC producing 305 horsepower, 439 Newton meters of torque from a naturally aspirated engine. If you want, you can give the car to INVADER. They're going to tune the engine to 1,000 horsepower from this car. The cars that go to Middle East, that's INVADER, those cars have more than 700 horsepower. But in Bangladesh, where would you drive that car anyways, right? So this car has the stock horsepower, but it has 2 or 3 horsepower more because of the straight pipe exhaust that connects to the engine to the exhaust tip. But that's how you can tune this car in Bangladesh too. You change the intake, 2-3 more horsepower. You do a ECU update, you get 10-15 more horsepower. It's so easy to tune cars nowadays. You just go on computer and you just turn off something, turn on something, you get more horsepower. It's easy. And that's going to be pretty much it for the car's engine, like I told you guys. Let's close the engine, and overall it has rain sensing wipers. You have another hood spoiler, front sunroof, so if you open the car's sunroof and enjoy the weather, no dirt or anything gets inside. But it's overall such a good looking car from the front end. Now let's check out the side profile. So now we're showing you guys the side. This car has a wide body kit, so it's more wider than the normal Land Cruiser. Now let's come to the front wheels. So with the INVADER, you get these beautiful matte black wheels with bronze accent with the whole car, and these wheels are from World. And these wheels are 295/30 ZR22s. You can get more fatter wheels for the back tires, so it looks much more nicer. But these wheels are so nice because it suits the car. You have 6-piston brakes at the front, and the brake disc thickness is 14.6 inches. You have double Wilson suspension with air springs at the front. And overall, just look at the wide body kit from the front. So this is the car's fender, this is the wide body kit. Just look how more thicker the car is and the most nicer it is. This is the exterior mirror. You have the hazards light here, you have the camera here, and you have a light that always illuminates when the key's in your pocket and you're closer to the car. And this mirror is actually heated. You have a vortex generator here and here for more aerodynamics. You have rain shades because this is a Japanese domestic model car, and you have Land Cruiser written on the front rain shades. You have keyless entry, so that's how you unlock the car. This is how you lock the car when the key's in your pocket. Now if you get down, you have this exterior chrome accents with this black car that looks much more nicer, and then you have this no deployable side step. You have a normal side step, but INVADER, they are impressively good. So they put a side skirt that's also in this bronze color, and look how nice it looks. And there's a light here that illuminates at night when you open the door, so you can see the side step. And then whenever you unlock the car and open the door, you can see the light illuminates. If you get up from there and come a little back, look at the rear wide body kit from the side. This is so wide that the fuel tank is inside it. Just look at that hole inside. Now I'm going to get on the front and open the car's fuel tank. That you have to do from the inside. So there's a button here. If I just get that up, you can get that down and you can open the fuel tank and fill up this 95-liter tank that this car has. And it's a V8. It's going to take that fuel, but you're going to have enough of happiness when you get home. This is why everyone says money can buy happiness. Now if we come to the sides, you have roof rails on the top that you can see are in this bronzy color, so it looks nicer. Now I'm going to show you the car's rear. So this car gets air suspension. So for raising the car, you can do it from the inside, but this is the most attractive suspension setting, low. But now I'm going to raise the car. So for that I can just put the button here and I can easily sit inside the car and relax. And the car is going to slowly raise to the most highest position that it can get. Now it's on neutral and now it's going to go on high. And now it's on the most highest position it can get. Now let me show you the car's rear. So now we're at the rear, the most aggressive part of this Land Cruiser, INVADER. Why? Just look at how aggressive the bottom and the upper part is, and some Mercedes and BMWs are going to look at this tail light. Now I'm going to go inside the car and turn it on. But I'm going to leave the mic outside so you guys can listen to this exhaust. So I'm going to leave it right there. And there it is. So you can see you have two more vortex generator that's connecting to the front. You have the Land Cruiser branding here, and then you have your hazards light, your main tail lights as you can see, and this is your reverse right here. Overall you can see how nice the rear tail lights is. LC300 tail lights. It could be modern, but it's not nice. You have this big ducktail spoiler that's here, and just look at how wide this is. It all the way starts from here and all the way goes till the other side. You have the INVADER written with the bronze accent, and then you can all the way continue till the other side where you have the other tail lights, as you can see right here. Now if you come up, you have your spoiler right here, you have your shark fin antenna on top, and your upper stop brake lights actually inside the windshield. This is your rear windshield wiper. Now if we get down, you have your Land Cruiser badge here, you have your reversing camera with two number plate slot lights. Look at this diffuser. It's so wide, and you can see the quad tips that are on either side. This is a straight piped full titanium exhaust. So you can see how loud it is when you start up the car, and it has carbon fiber wrap on it on the sides as well. That's fully done in Japan by INVADER. Now if you get up, you have 4 sensors at the back and you have parking sensors at the front as well. Now let's see, if you buy the INVADER, is it practical like a normal Land Cruiser? So for opening the boot or closing the boot, you can do it from here and the inside and from the key. So if you hold it on the key, the split tailgate opens that the new Land Cruiser LC300 doesn't have. So no more fun while picnicking or no more flexing to your friends at school. So the down portion, if you just get this down, there it slowly comes down. But under the skin, you have to understand, this is not a Land Cruiser Sahara. This is a Land Cruiser ZX under the skin. So it's the most expensive Land Cruiser LC200, then it got INVADER. So it's the most expensive Land Cruiser for the model and the year. You can see you have more than enough room for a 7-seater vehicle. You have some storage here, so this is for unlocking. And you can get this up where you have your tools for opening the wheel. And then if you get this and lock this up, you can open this sides and get that down. And you can see you have more room for putting your own detailing kits. There we close that. You have more than enough room for a 7-seater vehicle, but if you don't need the 7 seats, you can fold it down. So there are some buttons here. So this is for the 50 and that's for the other 50. So for folding it, there that folds. For folding that, there that gets up. And there. Now if I want to do it for this side, there's 2 buttons here. So this is for getting it down and this is for getting it up. So this car is a ZX, so that's why everything is powered adjustable. But if it was a normal Land Cruiser Sahara, it wouldn't have these options. Now we're pretty much done with the car's exterior. Let's get inside the interior. So for getting the split tailgate up, you have to get it up like a normal ZX. And for gluing the boot, you just press this button. And now let's get inside this vehicle. So now let's get inside the INVADER. So you can see how big the opening is. So the people that are going at the back, that can easily go, and for the front. And for getting in the back, how easy it is, now I'm going to show you that. So let's get inside. You have a handle there, and let's get this seat down. So you just press this button, and there the seat comes down, and then you have to get this up. This is the 60, and there you can see your 7-seater. That's more comfortable than the X7 and the Mercedes-Benz GLS. It's the most comfortable 7-seater you can get. And you have cup holders on either sides, and you have grab handles on top with AC vents for the rear, so it can cool the car. You have 2 tweeters on the top for the center seats and the front seats as well. This for getting the 60 down, getting the 60 up, and then if I come here and press this button, I can recline it how much I want. And you can control this everything electronically. You know why? Because this is a Land Cruiser ZX under the skin. So if I come to this seat real quick, you can see I can get my seat forwards to give more room to the back, and I can get it backwards to have more room at the center. It's pretty nice and pretty convenient. Now if I come back here, you can see the cool part of the LC200 is how comfortable it is, how exclusive it is. Seats are more than comfortable. You have ISOFIX anchor points as well, and the seats overall are the most comfortable thing ever, man. If you pull this and get this down, this is your center armrest, and you have cup holders. If you just push this button, you have 2 cup holders extended here. That's pretty nice. And for getting this back up, 3 people can easily comfortably sit inside. You have 2 more light placements here for your reading lights, and for turning on the full light, you have to turn that from the front. 2 AC vents on the top and 2 grab handles. And for controlling the rear ACs, you have your rear vents here. And then if you go down, you have heating seats for the back for both of the sides. This is for controlling the temp. So you can see the temperatures, that's controllable by here. 4-zone climate control total. And this is for the wind speed, where you want the air.
ETC card is not inserted.
Let that finish. Auto, and the same for this side, and this is for turning it off. You have a power outlet here and nothing that much under there. Pretty much, it's pretty good. It's pretty comfortable. Now let's come to the door. So if I come here, you can see you have a very nice window line. You have your tweeters here, you have your door handles here, full shiny. You have your grab handle here with the soft touch material with the wood. And then if you come closer, you have ashtray inside the car, and this is for your window openers. You have your bottle holders, and this is your speaker. And then you have your lights for the sides. You have your steel scratch plates here, then you have your side step. So for getting down, you can just ease out. Now let's get inside the front. So if we start from the dash is full soft touch material. You have your SRS airbag here with your AC vent and turning off and on, your defogger, and you have your tweeter that's on the side A pillar. Now if you come down, you have this wooden treatment with your glove box, and this car actually has the owner's manual, and it's in full Japanese. So if I get this down, you have your handy maintenance notebook, and you have your Land Cruiser book right here. And I'm going to put that back inside the glove box, and the glove box is actually more than enough room for all of this stuff, and it's lockable. You have your dust box here, so for your trash and stuff you can just put here, but in Bangladesh we don't do that, we just throw it out the window. You have your full power seats that are heated and ventilated for the fronts, and it can be controllable from the sides, and it's the most comfortable seat for a Japanese car. Now if we go up, no Land Cruiser gets a panoramic roof, neither the LC300 or the 200, but for opening the front portion, you can press this button and there it opens, and you can enjoy the weather without any hesitation. There you can see, pretty comfortable and pretty windy. And for closing it, same button, and there it closes.
ETC card is not
Overall,
inserted.
for the top, it's a very nice place to be in. Now let's come storage. You have your first opening that you can put your mobile device and stuff. You can open this, you have a little more storage here, and then you can get this up for more room. you can put your snacks and stuff here, and the rest comes under that. You can close this, then you have your cup holders that you have more than enough room. And then if you close this, you have your manual parking brake, good and handy, and you have some controls here. This is for your off-road modes. This is for the air suspension, because ZX. This is for your suspension for sport or comfort. This is for your ECT, and this is for your ventilation and heated seats. And when you want to use it, you just twist it and it turns on for ventilation, and same is for heated. Pretty nice and handy. You have your ashtray here with a cigarette lighter in place, as you can see, and then you can put that back there. Now I'm going to show you the full infotainment system and the AC controls. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button that's located here, and there it turns on. For the infotainment, it gives you the Toyota emblem and the logo for the starting there. And then let's start from the top.
ETC card is not inserted.
You have your outside temperature here and the time. And then when you turn on the car's AC, that I'm going to do it real quick, and you can see the temperatures actually come up there. And there is your subwoofer that's on the center. You have your two AC vents that's located here, and the temperatures can be controlled from here, as you can see for this side. And then for controlling the actual AC wind speeds, you can do that from here. So this is for the wind speed, this is for where you want the air, and 4-zone on and off. And then overall, this car has a full 360-degree camera. So this is for the front and the left side. This is for both of the sides, for the wheel so you don't scrape it. This is for the overall sides, and this is the front again. So it's overall a very nice system. And then if you go here, you can obviously have Bluetooth connected, as you have here, and it's pretty easy to use this system. You have your outside air coming inside, your rear AC on, and all your front windshield and rear windshield heaters, and your button for turning on your hazards. CD input, this is for scrolling, this is for your volume, this is your start button, this is for high or low 4 that you can control from here, and this is your gear knob. So this is for reverse, and then the reversing camera turns on with guidelines that you can turn on or turn off as your wish. And this is for neutral drive, and you can manually shift it with this 6-speed automatic transmission. Putting it front again, and that's going to be pretty much it for the displays. Now let's come to the steering wheel. Steering wheel has wood and leather that's here. You have your receive and cut call voice command, and you're controlling the display. This is for the car safety systems off and on. This is for the modes for the radio. This is for the volume, and this is for skip track. You have your hazards and high beam here, and this is for your windshield wipers. And behind that, you have your 360-degree camera button. Now I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, the steering slowly comes down and the car turns on. So this is your speedo. Top speed is 180 km/h. This is your battery voltage, and this is for your RPM. It redlines in 6,000 RPM, and this is your oil level or temperature. And then if you come up, this is for your car's fuel tank. That's for your car's engine temperature, and this is your
card is not inserted.
This is your overall display for the distance that the car has went, which gear it is, and the car's suspension. So if I just do that, I can't get it to reverse, neutral, drive, and for manual, and change the gears from here. So that's pretty handy and nice. And it's overall very nice. You know why? It has ambient lighting behind it in this very nice blue color. And it's overall it. Now let me show you the car's door. But before that, you have some more buttons here. So behind the car's hazards button, you have a button for your instrument cluster brightness that you can control from here. And this is for your ODO, your trip. And if you go to the other side, you have some more controls here, like your power tailgate open on and off, and you can open the boot from here. Now I'm going to show you the car's door. Here's your Twitter. This is for your defogging the window, AC vent turning off and turning on, wooden treatment, your parking sensors off and on, exterior mirror controls, traction control, heating steering wheel, rear cross, traffic alert off and on, and rear differential locker. And this is for your electronic toll collection. This is only for use in Japan. This is for opening the hood and the fuel tank, brake pedal, gas pedal, and dead pedal. Everything's pretty nice. And now you have the seat controls that are located here, and you have your under thigh support and for your lumbar support. And then if you come up, you have your steering that's fully powered adjustable on however you want. You can use a tilt and telescopic. Now let's come to the door. You have this nice treatment on the top that all the way goes to the back. You have the wood with your memory seat functions for the front driver's side. You have your grab handle here with your door opener, window lockers, lock and unlock, your window openers that are all one touch, so it can open with one touch and open and close with one touch as well. And then you have your bottle holder down there, and you have your big speaker here, and you have a light that's placed here. And now we're pretty much done with the review, so let's turn the car off and let's go to the car's driving part. So before I go to the driving part, I forgot to show you some stuff. First is you have a sunglass holder here, then you have your light placements here, as you can see, the reading lights and the center lights, and you have your vanity mirrors that have a mirror right here, and same on my side, a mirror right here that illuminates. Now let's close this, and let's go to the driving part. Let's turn this off, turn the spotlights off. So this is one of 4 Land Cruiser INVADERs in Bangladesh and in Dhaka, and 4 of them are real, and if there is any other, those are fake. And all of them are imported by one dealership, and that dealership's name is Deals on Wheels. So if you need this car or any other Japanese cars, I will put their Facebook page at the descriptions, and you guys will ask the price of this car, so that's why I'm telling you the price. It is 3 crore 20 lakhs negotiable. So I'm going to leave everything at the description, including their phone number, so you can contact them there. So for this tight spaces, that's why you have a 360-degree camera that works all the time. And it's pretty easy to drive a Land Cruiser around these roads. But the only problem is it's too big, and it's wide-bodied, so it's much bigger. Move out of my way, man. And just hear that exhaust. That's literally the loudest thing that I have ever drove until today. So one more thing I want to say about the Land Cruisers is it's normally fast, but this car is much faster because the intake and everything is just mind-blowingly quick, and the transmission has no lag, and this car hasn't been used before, so that problem ain't here. The only problem you will face is the car is too loud, so you can't hear the car's radio or your songs that you guys want to play. And here we are, and the car's turning radius is 40.6 feet. You guys wanted to know, and I have it here. And for performance, just look how fast this is. You rev it, it all the way just goes. And when you downshift, oh my god, bro, this car is loud. And for the turning radius of this, you can see you can easily turn this car in a suitable distance. And that's going to be pretty much it for today's review. I will see you at the next one, but let me just quickly park on the side so you guys can end this video today. One more time, I'm telling you that if you need this car, you can contact with the one and only Deals on Wheels. I'm going to put their Facebook page and the number in the description. I hope you guys liked today's review. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.